Good morning, happy Thursday. Welcome to Ozarks Fox AM. I'm Jeremy Rave.
And I'm Maddie Conklin. Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday.
Yes, good morning, good morning.
Good morning. Jeremy.
Yes, ma'am.
I totally forgot to tell you.
Oh, please.
So earlier this week, and this is like big news for everyone. So I was inducted into a club that I didn't know existed, and I've been basically a lifetime member. The No Cavity Club. Got my teeth cleaned. I was inducted to the No Cavity Club, 32 years, knock on wood, no cavities in the mouth. I knew you'd love to hear this.
I'm just mad at you because you and my brother are this. Okay.
What?
I have had cavities. I have been a healthy eater, a good eater since I was young. Every time my mom would take me to the dentist, another cavity, another cavity. My brother, Josh, who is 2 years younger than me, had the stankiest breath. And he never, ever brushed his teeth. Zero cavities.
Okay, that is a little alarming. How maybe the dentist needs to be reevaluated.
Like, how are we? We're genetically brothers. We are. I had, and back in the day, some of you will remember this. It wasn't fancy dentistry like we have today. They used to put like silver caps on top of your tooth. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I had 2 of those because of the cavities. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And then one time I was eating a sugar daddy, you know, those caramel things?
Yeah, oh, and
it ripped the metal, part and completely off the tooth.
Ow, that sounds horrible.
I am jealous of you right now.
The irony, though, that you're eating candy and
well.
it took the cap off your cavity.
Wait!
Huh.
Quit
and I thought you had good.
Quit being an
dental
investigative
health.
journalist, okay?
Just saying. No, it's crazy because, like, I think both my sisters have them. I know my dad and mom have them, but I don't know how
How is that possible?
unscathed. There was a time, I think I mentioned this, like, last year. There was a pepper stuck in my molar, and I tried every way and I was like, it's the beginning of the end. I have a cavity. I called my dad and Laura crying. Like, what's wrong? And I'm living in LA at the time, so they're thinking the worst. And I'm like, I have a cavity. And they're like, what? I was like, I have a cavity. And they're like, so? I was like, this is the first ever. I wear my retainer. I floss weekly. I brush my teeth every day. And they were like, it's not a big deal.
It's really not. I mean.
So I call the dentist the next morning. I'm like, I need to get in ASAP. I have a cavity forming and I need it gone. I get in. They're like, oh, it's just pepper. I wasted all that money and that anxiety on a piece of pepper stuck in my molar.
I sense a theme with you, Maddie.
Overreactive, dramatic.
Oh, the smoke alarm goes off. Call 911.
That was the ghost in the house, and mainly I wanted the Ghostbusters to come, but the fire department had to come in place.
I have never in my life heard of anybody calling 911.
When the smoke detector goes
and there was no fire, and there was nothing. Or, I have pepper in my teeth. It's a cavity. I need an emergency visit to the dentist.
I need a root canal. I have a cavity forming.
What is happening?
Pull the teeth out of my head and give me new ones.
Maddie.
What can I say?
I
just like to be perfect.
Okay, let's ask Jesse Inman. Jesse, have you had a cavity?
Several.
See, okay, thank you. Yeah. We're on the same team.
Yeah, I've had braces. I've had cavities. I mean, I've chipped teeth. Mm-hmm. It's a whole mess in here. So, yeah. But we're doing good now.
Okay, good.
And my wife is the same way. She's never had a cavity. So.
Okay, see? Thank you. Lauren, if you're watching, we're in the same club, girl.
Must be women. They just take better care of themselves. Their teeth hold up better. I don't know.
Listen, I brush my teeth once a week. That should be fine.
I was like, wait, what? Once a week is enough. Don't tell me any more or any less.
It's flossing that is the impossible part to keep up with.
It really is.
For me. And I do feel like whenever I'm flossing, I'm just pushing whatever gunk is in there down. Further in.
Yeah.
So,
Can I give you a little piece of advice, though? What helps me to floss is I have the little bag of floss picks in my car.
Oh, yeah.
So when I'm driving, something to do is floss while I'm driving.
Oh, wow.
That's
okay.
smart.
That's a pretty good idea.
That's what I do.
Yeah. It gives you, I mean, maybe I'll just sit here at my desk.
And just floss.
And people will be like, what is he doing?
People won't find that disgusting.
Quick question.
Yeah. But I want like the long, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever done like one in each tooth? Just driving.
Walrus. I'm a walrus.
Sorry. That was dumb.
I'm going to call 911 on Maddie, too, because
I have a crazy lady.
Yeah, straight to the ER for that. If my gums start bleeding a hint, I'm going to the ER now.
There you go. Thank you.
Okay, speaking of sweets, sweet treats, a fall delicacy. I had never actually heard of these. I didn't know what they were, but they're hitting store shelves. They are going to get a little pricey, though. Some of these are. They're called moon cakes. You guys familiar with moon cakes?
I know moon pies.
Same.
Cartier.
These are not your typical store-bought moon cakes. Some of the most famous luxury brands are offering these high-end delicacies at, of course, premium prices. From Louis Vuitton to Gucci, these designer moon cakes start at just under $1,000. Many brands have crafted creative packaging inspired from everything from Chinese checkers to spinning tops, Connect 4 games, and miniature lanterns, and so on. So, yeah, they're apparently like a little cake with, like a little spongy cake with some sort of sweet treat in the middle, some sort of filling.
If it's Cartier, I better be getting a bracelet in the middle.
Yeah, I better be able to wear that thing as a medallion like Flava Flav.
There you go.
But yeah, that's. I mean, if I could pay a couple bucks, $2, $3 for one, I'd try it. But
I would try. Yeah, not $1,000.
yeah, that's a no. That's a no. I almost think these are just like they do these things, and I don't even sometimes believe that they're actually going to release them. I think they just say these things just so that we'll talk about it and be like, that is too much money from insert brand here.
Yeah.
But then you have this, I mean, again, in this economy, who can afford that? But the stupid rich people who need to be the exclusive to have it, you know, they'll probably be like, well, I got to have that.
Yeah.
You rich folk.
You rich folk.
Yeah, you guys are probably fine. But I got another story that I do know a lot about. Okay. Another Kelsey hitting the big screen. The mother of Travis and Jason Kelsey will now be making an appearance in 2 Hallmark Christmas movies.
2?
2 of them. We already know she'll be in the Holiday Touchdown, A Chief's Love Story. She's not forgetting about her other son's former team, though. Jason Kelsey's former team, the Eagles, going to be getting a Christmas-themed movie. Donna will also be in Christmas on Call, which features a diehard Eagles fan who who helps his love interest get to know Philadelphia. Oh. So you got a Chiefs love story, an Eagles love story.
Just when I thought they couldn't come up with any more premises for Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Right.
Now it's like football.
Now it's football.
The Kelseys.
Yeah.
It's all like, I'm like, well.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, quick question though.
Yeah.
Are you guys, or your wife, or your husband, do you love watching those like Lifetime Hallmark Christmas movies that are literally on all the time during the holidays?
I've never watched them. I've never.
Hard pass.
There are
I go to
people who love them.
classics.
Yeah. There's some people who love them. I feel like I'm watching a really cheesy soap opera, no offense to people who like them.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
How it is. Yeah, no, I go for, I'm a classic type as well. Like, give me some Frosty, you know, some Rudolph with like the claymation.
Yeah.
I need some claymation in my life, some seasonal claymation.
Yeah.
Or Charlie Brown. So.
or White Christmas.
White Christmas.
Yeah. Elf's now a classic. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little early to start talking about all this.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Here's the
since
question.
We're not quite to fall yet.
Since we're talking about the Kelseys and acting, not Jason, sorry, Travis is in that new show Grotesquerie. Has anyone watched it? Do we know, is he a good actor?
Is it on yet? Is it on?
I know. I've seen him talking about it on TikTok, like the little
Okay.
commercial thing, but I've not watched it.
And
Yeah.
It's an FX show, I believe.
I think so,
with
yeah.
Niecy Nash.
Niecy Nash.
Yeah, I don't know much about it. I mean, I've seen the trailer as well, but I don't know when it airs.
And Donna Kelsey doesn't, like, she's got a personality, but she kind of keeps everything guarded, I feel. So it'll be interesting to see her acting.
Yeah, that will be interesting. I have a feeling she'll just be
Like herself.
I mean, it's easier when you're playing yourself.
Right.
So, I think she will be, but you know, it'll be a little cameo. Like,
Okay.
oh, yeah. By the way, we got too many Eagles movies. We've already got Silver Linings Playbook.
Oh my gosh, I
and,
forgot about that movie.
So yeah, now
No,
we're doing
ma'am.
this. Come on.
I do want to ask Tom though if he's had a cavity.
Okay.
We forgot to ask you, Tom.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I've got a crown.
See, I had crowns. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
you
see,
go,
I grew up
King.
with a terrible dentist, I'll just say a quack of a dentist, growing up as kids. They were terrible.
Oh, really?
Every stinking time we go to the dentist, cavity here, cavity. Oh, we got to use our new fancy machine on this one. It's like, what are you talking
They
about?
were trying to, like,
We
get
went
more
to
money.
another, my mom said, we're done with this. Switch to another dentist. Not a cavity since.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, I've heard dentists, unfortunately, some do that.
We are not knocking the dental profession at all.
No,
here,
not
guys.
at all.
I totally am on that. With ones like that.
That was in Oklahoma, not here.
Not here.
No, I've got a good dentist here.
Okay, good.
I have a
Yeah.
really good dentist here.
Me too. Me too. And I know they watch. So
we
y'all
love you.
Y'all are
Love you.
great. You take good care of me.
Yeah, I don't even know if the one in Oklahoma, they may not even be in business anymore. Like,
Yeah.
they may have been shut down.
They are now.
I'm not kidding you. It was a scam. The whole thing was just, ugh. We got out of there, yeah, after a few years.
They are now.
Moving on.